Cliff Hinderman established the Spanish language program at Spirit Lake in 1962. Working from scratch, Senor Hinderman was a little nervous when he began his teaching career.
Well, I think we always lack a little self-confidence. When we start, we feel we know everything, and then we are in the classroom and we find out, whoa, we don't know everything. And of course, me with a foreign language, I felt I knew the language, but I needed that little boost. I had to go to Mexico and see if I really knew it. I had to go practice it, and after I started going to Mexico and gained this confidence, well, then I just took off from there, I feel. I felt that I was being effective my first year, because I think in a foreign language, you are taking children, like when you're teaching them to talk all over, and you could see them progress every day. And I think that I felt that I was helping already.
Hinderman managed to turn his Spanish program into a very popular organization, with programs like the Pan Am Club, International Weekend, and Taco Town.
It's a really great thing that he's being honored today when he's alive, and and giving him a kind of a pat on the back for all that he's done for Spirit Lake. In terms of the Taco Town and the Pan Am Club and Carnival.
Senor Hinderman's Spanish language classes were also popular.
Well, in the classroom, especially while teaching a foreign language, there are many, many funny things. First of all, pronunciation. Mispronouncing words that gives them other meanings. We always said that in our class, with making mistakes, we laughed with each other and not at each other. I think that's very, very important.
You know you hit it big when you get to go to Mexico and your grades are good enough and you've worked really hard and done all this fundraising and sold meat and cheese and cream pies and pizzas and all that, and finally you get to go to Mexico with Senor for 2 weeks. I think one of the things that really, on top of everything else, that made me think, you know, I should be teaching Spanish. This is something I could do, was because he made it so real. And of course, what's more real than going to Mexico? That's the best thing of all that I think that he does, or that he did for me, was he made it so real. And it wasn't something out of a book.
Senor Hinderman received numerous awards for his achievements, including the 1985 International Youth Award for the state of Iowa for his dedication in promoting greater international understanding. Hinderman shares a part of his teaching philosophy.
Oh, to consider a career as a future teacher, I think is wonderful. And I would encourage them to go in with a positive attitude and remember my 3 words that I always used. You have to care, and you have to share, and you have to be fair. You must treat everyone the same because they're all there for the same reason. And don't try to, you be yourself. Teach them, know your material, and don't try to pull the wool over their eyes, because it's not going to work.
Muchísimas gracias a Senor Hinderman for inspiring me to be a teacher, Spanish teacher, and making the classroom as real as possible is what I try to model in my classrooms, and of course he did that every day.
Teaching was a great impact on my life. It was my life. I loved what I did and did what I loved, and that was teaching. I didn't care if I had 10 in a class, or if I had, one time I had 47 in a class. And I felt, you give me the room, give me the materials, I will teach them.
Cliff Hinderman was inducted into the Spirit Lake Education Hall of Achievement on October 15, 2006.